Hey everyone, Tyson the Subaru specialist from Subaru Prince George here. Today we're taking a look at the 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Convenience in the Crystal White Pearl. So Convenience is the entry-level model, but as I've said before, base model doesn't have to mean basic, especially in the 24 Crosstrek. 24 Crosstrek is a redesign year, updated platform, updated body, updated styling, updated tech. So aesthetically, at the front, it is a new front end. So you get a more aggressive hexagonal honeycomb grille style. You've got these black textured wings off the side that lead into these new, smaller, more aggressive headlights. Now, even in the base model, the Convenience, you've got LED steering responsive headlights with high beam assist. So these headlights will go from high to low beam if you catch up to someone, or if someone's coming at you, or if your lights are bright enough and the sign ahead of you shiny enough to reflect the light. And that uses the EyeSight system, which gets the new third wide angle mono camera. So that's where all Subaru's safety stuff comes from. More aggressive front bumper with that C channel cutout that you see on the Outback, Legacy, and Ascent. No fog lights from factory with the Convenience. This is as entry level as you get this cover. I do believe there's actually an accessory fog light kit that you can get for this though. But yeah, like ridiculously bright. Good looking car. It's very, very sporty and very angular, aggressive in comparison to the outgoing model. Not that the outgoing model looked poor. This is just a different look. Subaru really stepped up the styling. You get very aggressive wheel arch, fender flares, whatever you want to call them, functional vents. You get the blacked out wheels. They're 17s on the Convenience. It's a premium look. I actually prefer these wheels to the ones on the Convenience, and that's a personal preference thing. You get black mirror caps, black plastic mirror caps. You get black handles. It really stands out on the white, of course, contrast. There's a lot of contrast on these vehicles, which is not a bad thing. It actually ends up being more of a black and white vehicle as opposed to just a white vehicle. New style roof rails, kind of that snub nose. They are designed to hold more weight. Get a black shark fin antenna. Fuel door is on the rear passenger side and is tied to the driver door lock. If your driver door is unlocked, the pin retracts. When it's locked, the pin shoots out, locks in the little hole there. Just running on regular 87 fuel, nothing special. You can run mid-grade or premium if you want, but there's probably not going to be a noticeable benefit. New rear combination taillights. I really like them. I think they stepped up their game with the taillights. I think they stepped up their game with the rear end of this Crosstrek. I think it looks great. I'm a huge fan of those taillights. Rear bumper has functional vents, reflectors, and then at the bottom you kind of got this diffuser. It's very similar to the WRX rear end in that regard. The rear bumper portion doesn't stick out as much, but that's my take on it. I don't know what you guys feel about that. To open it, right between the two stars, there's a little rubber switch. You just press up on. Backup camera's right there. You can clean the backup camera from inside the vehicle. I'll show you guys that on the inside. There's a ton of room in the rear of the Crosstrek, way more than people expect. This is actually 4 millimeters shorter than the previous Crosstrek, but not noticeable. Cup holders on either side. Yes, that's an official answer. Cup holders, got that from Subaru Corporate at Crosstrek Training. You've got these hooks, and the top two are really grocery bag hooks. Then you can get a cargo net accessory that ties into those, in addition to tying into the physical hard mount tie downs that you have in both corners. So you can get some pretty cool accessories for the rear. You've got the little square cutouts if you want to get the privacy cover accessory. And as you can see, the third seat belt goes through that big plastic attachment and then attaches there. So everyone gets a 3-point harness for safety. Halogen cargo light, you can shut that off. It'll shut off when you close the hatch, or you can have it not come on at all. We have this little mountain motif with a hidden Crosstrek in it. Underneath here, spare tire, tools. It is a temporary spare. Its overall diameter is the same, but about 2/3 of the width. So it is a temporary tire. Handle, just grab and pull. And they do actually have a grab handle accessory you can get if you're vertically challenged or you have shoulder issues and you can't reach above your head. Yeah, great looking car. The Convenience is powered by the 2-liter 4-cylinder, so 152 horsepower, amazing on fuel, and it's plenty peppy. Second row, you got a lot of room. Taller people fit in here without issue. I'm a bigger guy. I fit comfortably in the second row with the front seats all the way back. Now, it does depend how far these are reclined, but as currently set up, this is set up for me, I could fit back here comfortably. Black cloth, but yeah, comfortable. You've got matte back pocket on the rear of the front passenger side. This is grippy, and it's a motif just like the rear. This is grippy, so if you have something on crossbars, you have a rooftop carrier, ski carrier, and you're vertically challenged, use that as a step instead of the tire, because the tire sits inside the fender, and if you're standing on the tire, you're right at the back of the rails, and you'd be leaning this way, which could put you in a precarious situation. Down here, this little black piece is what this latches into. So this is an extra safety bar that goes into the door, and it just locks in there, and it's to stop intrusion into the passenger cab in the event of a side collision, which I hope never happens, but accidents do happen, so should keep everyone safer. In the door, we've got bottle holder and storage, soft touch armrest. This is all plastic, and then should you need it for children, grandchildren, drunk friends, child lock, you push down to activate it, and you do have to do each door individually. It's not tied together. Up front, we have window lock, power windows for the rear, for the front. Both fronts are auto. Power mirror. You've got a little bit more storage in the front door card than the second row. Bottle, and then this is soft touch cloth, and this is soft touch as well. Driver's seat is height adjustable based on a pump system. You just raise it to low and push down to lower it. So it is height adjustable. It's the same seating material as the second row. Very, very comfortable seats. Subaru did a lot of research to make these seats because these are new. They're designed to reduce fatigue on longer trips. So hopefully at the end of a day of driving, you're less fatigued after driving this than driving a previous gen, or any other vehicle for that matter. Now, I'm gonna hop inside, but I'm gonna move this vehicle so that there is no or less glare, because the sun's pretty strong right now. So here I am on the inside of the 2024 Crosstrek Convenience. So steering wheel itself is adjustable. Bottom left of the steering column pulled down, and I've got both tilt as well as telescopic. So I've got lots of adjustability for drivers of varying heights, arm lengths, leg lengths. Steering wheel itself, I get a lot of people commenting that it feels small. I mean, really, it's a car steering wheel. Crosstrek's a lifted Impreza. So it makes sense that it's a car steering wheel. It allows you to turn fast. It's great. Steering's very responsive. Left-hand side of the steering wheel, we've got our audio controls. We've got volume with a nice tactile click. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Feels nice. I'm a tactile person. We've got the ability to issue voice commands or use Siri through Apple CarPlay, Google Assistant through Android Auto. Accept call, hang up or decline. The eye will give you a little message and tell you what you'll get a little notification there. This will tell you what the notification is. So things like low washer fluid, someone doesn't have their seatbelt on, you can actually tell what it is. This used to be the volume, but that now changes our small little center display, and it gives us different information depending what you want to look at. Source switches from AM to FM to Bluetooth to aux, etc. for music. Switch presets, go to the next song. Steering wheel, right-hand side, we've got our adaptive cruise and we have our lane centering. So both of those systems use the 2-color stereo EyeSight cameras in addition to this new third wide angle camera. So that really increases the visibility of the EyeSight left to right to see pedestrians, cyclists, all of that other stuff, any road hazards really. Now they won't give us statistics for animals, but I had someone tell me it stopped them from hitting a moose that they didn't see on the road, so it could work for animals. So cruise, when I get 4 bars ahead of it, that's the follow distance, and I can decrease the follow distance. So if I catch up going 100 kilometers an hour to someone who's going slightly slower, I'll slow down, and 4 bars is about 150 to 180 feet behind the vehicle ahead of you at 100 kilometers an hour. As they slow down, you'll get a little closer, but you'll also match their speed. And I can decrease my follow distance or increase my follow distance. It's a ratio. Then this is lane centering. So steering wheel's there, that means lane centering's on. It's not there, it's turned off. Above 60 kilometers an hour, if the road lines can be seen on either side by the cameras, they'll illuminate white. And above 60, it'll actually give you gentle steering input to keep you in the middle of your lane. Now, you can turn that off. It's easy to fight. It's easy to overpower. If you had to dodge something, it's great. You're way less fatigued at the end of a day of driving. We have intelligent and sport drive modes. So you can see bottom left, it says I for intelligent. Sport mode. So you'll go faster sooner, your RPMs will you'll sit higher on the RPMs, you'll use more fuel, but it's more spirited driving. Now, this is traditional key in the convenience with lock, unlock, trunk unlock, and panic. Every other Crosstrek is push button. The convenience is not. In the convenience, we do get two 7-inch displays, not the 11.6 inch. You have to go 2-ring model and up to get that. But they've broken it into 2 portions. We've got things like apps, wired Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, Sirius Travel Link, settings. You can change a bunch of settings for the vehicle, general sound, phone, radio. We do still have physical buttons down here as well. Hook up your phone to Bluetooth, radio, media would be Bluetooth, aux, etc. But easy to access everything. They double up on it. Still have a volume knob, still have a tuning knob, even with the controls on the steering wheel. Lower portion here, we've got access to X mode, which is like 4x4 low in a pickup. You have to be going under 20 kilometers an hour to engage it. You click it, and it only works up to 40 kilometers an hour. If you exceed that, it kicks off. It goes back to regular full-time all-wheel drive. Vehicle control, we've got traction control, auto vehicle hold, steering responsive headlights. If you don't like it, you can turn them off. Driving assistance is pre-collision braking, so automatic emergency braking. And again, that uses the camera system, and that actually saves you 10% on your basic insurance here in BC. Lane departure, you can have it just buzz at you, or you can have it keep you in between the lines. You get to customize your driving experience in the Subaru. More settings, you can change the warning volumes. If you travel into the States, you can change the digital speedo to miles an hour. You can disable auto start stop, where it shuts off at intersections under when certain criteria are met. And then we have climate control. So even in the entry-level convenience, you get dual zone climate control. So you and your passengers can have 2 different temperatures. So I've got 15 on the low side, and I can do it in 0.5 degree increments by touching it, or I can also change, where I want this. I can sync it. I don't want recirc right now. Max AC. You've got a lot of options, and it's really easy to use, but from 15 all the way up to 30, we'll say 29.5. You can have airflow to just the front, or you can have airflow directed to the entire cabin. And we're gonna sync that back together because I do not want one high or low right now. You've got big buttons for the fan strength, hard to miss. You can turn off the climate if you don't want it. Got front defrost. We have our heated mirrors and back window. And below that, we have a storage cubby. It's rubberized. We've got USB socket and an aux. It is an automatic CVT. We've got drive and we have low. Parking brake, foot on the brake, push down. Heated seats, even in the base model. That is a change for 24. Before you didn't get that. We have these new offset cup holders, and they have drink raisers in them. So if you have taller drinks, you can put them in there and hopefully they won't spill. But that is for if you have shorter drinks. 120 volt outlet. Storage. A little bit of storage in there. No sockets in there. Just storage. And this armrest, it's nice. I wouldn't say it's soft touch, but it's not hard plastic. It's definitely not as soft as this or this. Up top, we have our map lights. You can see passenger airbag is off. You'll always have a light there for the passenger airbag. It'll either say off or on, and it's based on a weight sensor. On the visor itself, sunglass storage, vanity mirror, and then you can pull that over and extend that if the sun's directly at your left. You can do the same thing on the right-hand side for the passenger. And then we have grab handles. You've got 4 grab handles, which is pretty cool. So that is a quick look at the 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Convenience in the crystal white pearl, the entry-level Crosstrek. If you guys have any questions about this Crosstrek, any of the Crosstreks or other vehicles in our lineup, any of the tech, or there's something in there you'd like me to go a little bit more in depth in, please put it in the comments below. I'm always looking for more content to make for you guys. So again, Tyson the Subaru Specialist from Subaru Prince George. Thanks for watching. We'll talk soon.